We batted first in Southampton and it got off to a shaky start, losing 2 quick wickets.
It's a great catch from Capsey.
But Ash Gardner steadied the ship.
Beautiful shot, absolutely beautifully timed.
Replays showing Sam Taunton blatantly abusing his media all-access pass.
Ash Gardner more than happy to shimmy out of her crease.
Elise Perry kept finding the middle.
She's such a high-class player.
While in the field, England couldn't catch a cold.
Drop catch.
All down.
I think it's been put down.
Oh, should have been taken.
And Perry made them pay, belting 91. Sam, still an absolute nuisance.
That is right out the middle of the bat.
To finish, Georgia Wareham went the tonk.
Clears the front leg and it's gone, yeah.
She smashed 26 runs off our final 6 balls.
Oh, that sounded even better. Back-to-back sixes.
Chasing 283 to win, England were gallant.
Well, that was nicely struck by Nat Sciver-Brunt.
But our spinners did some serious damage.
Got it. It's a beauty. Alana King rips one past the bat, hits the top of off, and she's absolutely loving it.
It all came down to England needing 5 runs off the final ball to win.
It won't make it. It is a single to England. And it is a win to Australia.
With an unbeatable points lead in the mixed format series, we've retained the Ashes.
It's been such a tough competition.
Full credit to our girls. They just showed their grit and their determination and got ourselves over the line. We're obviously really chuffed. We came here to win the Ashes and we've retained them.
Yeah, they thoroughly ignored you, didn't they?
No, they did, but it was a great weekend supporting the girls.
You said you were
over
going
there.
to streak.
A streak? Yeah, well, there was a bit of a fine, Sarah. But no, it was great. It was worth the $10,000 in flights.
Yeah, you got back really quickly.
It was quick, yeah. That direct one to Perth that you can get from
It's
London.
amazing what they do.
Yes,
and also the time zone change.
It all worked out, though. It's true. It's
actually
real.
makes no sense. Anyway, joining us now is former fast bowling Aussie cricketer, now cricket journo, Holly Furling. Holly, England captain Heather Knight said that this has been the best series ever. And she lost. I mean, is she right?
Oh, look, I think it's absolutely captured the imagination of the nation, also England as well. But it's been so tight. I think we always expect our Aussie women to be leaps and bounds ahead, but England have well and truly come to the party this series, and I do think it was fitting that it was coming down to the wire right at the end, but awesome to see our Aussie women finally retain the Ashes.
Well, speaking of that, Holly, what gave England any right to think they could get as close as they did?
I think they just had this belief. I do think sometimes that when teams come up against Australia, they feel like they're going to get their backsides handed to them a little bit. But I think England just had this overwhelming sense of belief. They played a really aggressive brand of cricket, and it was almost like a let's see what happens and let's see if we can get Australia to blink. And they did. I mean, after losing the test and then all of a sudden to come out in the T20s and have 3 games on the trot where they had Australia on the back foot, and then this last game going right down to the wire, they're well and truly in the mix and being one of the best countries and teams in the world at the moment.
Now, Holly, England did a lot of classic English things, right? They dropped a lot of catches. Did they learn that from the England's men's team?
Oh, geez. Is this going to become a headline? Look, they always do say that catches win matches. And look, England are probably looking at that last game and going, we possibly had the chance to win the Ashes and really take down the #1 team in the world. They dropped Ash Gardner, they dropped Elise Perry, and that partnership ended up being the kind of the one that solidified the game. So you can't go through. I mean, I'm biased. I'm a bowler. I work my backside off to try and get myself in a position to make a batter make a mistake, and to that not go to hand, I think that's always one of the most disheartening things that you can have in cricket.
Yeah, you're saying it's morally wrong and selfish of the fielders to drop catches, aren't you?
I mean, I'm perfect. I have never dropped a catch. No, it's one of the hardest things, I think, as a fielder is to turn around and then start cheering again and get back into the game. Yeah, look, after you've dropped the ball.
I want to put you under some high balls in the outfield, Waleed, and see if you can take them.
You know, I was more of a gully fieldsman.
Oh, OK. Comes quick in the gully.
I took a ripper in gully once, and then they made me field there for the rest of my life, and I don't think I caught another one.
Oh, wow. You could play for England with skills like
possibly
that.
could.
Now, before we go, Holly, I just want to say, speaking of blokes playing cricket, the 4th test kicks off on Wednesday for the men at Old Trafford. It's, pretty interesting point in the series. What do we have to do to win that and bring the urn home?
I think there's a lot of talk at the moment around who's going to play, and I do find it quite funny. We lose one game and all of a sudden we're calling around going, who's in England? Who else can we call in? Can we call in Glenn Maxwell?
Bring him in, I say.
But I do think we could play 2 all-rounders. I genuinely think Mitch Marsh has done his job to keep his spot. Cam Green comes in, Todd Murphy goes out, and I think we've just got to try and take as much match time out of the game as possible with the batting, try and really blast England away, because England, they only want to bat for half the day, it seems. They're trying to score runs as quickly as they can, and then they're happy to keep poor old Jimmy Anderson and Stuart Broad in the field every single day. So we definitely need to win this one. I think if it starts to get tight towards the back end in that final game, I think we're in a little bit of trouble, but I think we're well poised right now. The boys are quietly confident.
Yeah, 4-1. It'll be good fun. Holly, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.